Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing the Cleveland Cavaliers preseason, kind of how they've done so far, and what I think for the 2023-2024 season. At the time of recording this, we are only like 2 games in. There's like a 5 games of the preseason that they're going to be playing. They have another one against Real Madrid and then the Indiana Pacers coming up. But so far through 2 games, I've seen enough. I kind of have a understanding of what their plan is going forward, who their stars are, who their bench guys are, and then who's going to be the guys that are going to be mainly G League players and possibly not making the roster. So I'm going to kind of go through, review the entire roster, what I think everybody's role is going to kind of be, kind of how everybody's kind of doing here in the preseason, and then what I expect, like I said, going forward for the season. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So if you're going to enjoy, make sure you do drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. So let's kind of review what they've done so far. First 2 games, they had played the Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic. 108 to 107 against the Hawks. A close loss in the end. They had the chance to try to win that game. And then another game against the Orlando Magic where they lost 108 to 105. In those 2 games, they were close losses, and I know a lot of people are going to be saying, that are Cavs fans that are going to be watching those games, they're going to be saying, why didn't we put Mitchell and Garland and all our stars in there at the end to try and give them a chance to go win the game? People, it's preseason. Who fucking cares if you win or lose? So let's kind of go through and review the stats for the first 2 games. First up, we got the Cavaliers stats for the Hawks game. As you can see here, look at the minutes. The starters, they're not really going to play that much. In the first half, and especially in the first quarter, they're going to get a lot of game time. They want to get them involved. They want to be out there because all the other teams are also playing their starters kind of the first quarter majority, and then the second quarter a little bit, and then by the second half, the starters are pretty much done. So you can see here, Mobley, Garland, LeVert, Mitchell, Strus. Strus is our new addition. He really showed up in these preseason games. They all got involved, and some of the guys that were here with us last year, Dean Wade, Okoro got a lot of minutes. They got a lot of their minutes, and they did pretty well. Now, in this first game against the Hawks, I'm going to say this. Mobley, he did good. Garland, he had a rough game. He was shooting from 3 quite a bit, was not making anything drop. Same thing with Mitchell. He was trying to shoot from 3, wasn't getting anything to drop. The one thing with Mitchell that I kind of can say is he went 4 of 9, had 10 points. You're going to look at that stat line and say, why are you shooting so many shots just to get to 10 points? I don't care if it takes Mitchell 50 shots. He'll somehow get to 40 points. That's the beautiful thing about Donovan Mitchell. Like, this man can go out there and put up 15 of 34 of shooting, and he'll somehow get 40 points, and I have no problem with that. Let's look down here at some of the bench players. Dean Wade had an average game. Isaiah Mobley, he's going to be a bench guy. Evan Mobley's brother. Amani Bates, our rookie draft pick, he did pretty good. Now, he wasn't really out there, I think the 4th quarter, so he was kind of getting just some bench moments, some kind of garbage time. Yang, the other addition that we added, he did pretty well. He got some 3s to drop. Okoro, like I said, Okoro really showed up here in the preseason. Now, the thing with Okoro is, as you can see here, 19 points, 6 of 8, 2 of 4 from 3. He did very well in the preseason. How is he going to look in the regular season? Is he going to be the same Okoro that we've known? 8 to 10 points, a few rebounds, 1 or 2 assists, maybe get a steal? If he can do that, that's good, but we need a few more points out of him. And then kind of going down through the rest of the guys, you got guys like Deion Jones, Cooper, Jerome, Merrill, Smith, Tristan Thompson. Good to see you back, buddy. I love having him back. But a lot of these other people are players. They're just going to be kind of like G League players, bench players. Guys like Jones and Thompson, they'll probably rarely get some action. Now let's kind of look back to what was our problems last year. 2 things. 1, we couldn't shoot the 3 ball, and 2, we were not a physical team. And we know that very well because throughout the playoff, and even the regular season, we like shooting the 3 ball, but we also like to get physical a little bit, and we were supposed to have the #1 defense, and then we ran into a buzzsaw with the New York Knicks with a guy named Mitchell Robinson, who made Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen their sons. Like, I'm not telling any lies. Mitchell Robinson bitched them. So coming into the season, what do we need to get better at? Let's look at the offensive rebounds. 4. That's it. Just to give you a perspective, I'm pretty sure last year in those playoffs, Mitchell Robinson throughout the entire series against us, I think he averaged like 7 on his own, 7 offensive rebounds, not overall rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds throughout the series. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that that guy was able to go out there and just bully us the entire series, and then here across an entire game in the preseason, nonetheless, we can't even get more than 4. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game here. We had the game against the Orlando Magic. Let's see how we did. This game, as I was kind of watching it, the flow was good. There was a lot of low points. We got down by at least like 20 points, I think, at one point. It was like 60 to 40 something. Then it got to like 75 to like 58. And then by that point, I was watching the game, and I realized a lot of the starters were already out of the game. Backups were in there, bench players, and then a lot of the nobody, no offense to like Tristan Thompson, Deion Jones, Merrill, they were all coming into the game. But let's look at the starters here. We had Mobley that was in there. Deion Jones, he did start. They gave him a shot to kind of go in there and start. He did okay. I mean, he didn't score any points. He didn't get any rebounds. He was kind of just like out there, just kind of floating around. He didn't really do, I wouldn't say anything, but he wasn't that much of a help. Garland, he really showed up in this game. Like I said in the last game, 1 of 10, not good. This game, he did 7 of 12 for shooting, 3 of 6 from 3, had his free throws, 19 points, led the team in scoring. Moving over to Donovan Mitchell, he played the most out of the entire team. Donovan Mitchell played into the third quarter, and he went 3 of 14, 2 of 8 from 3, only hit 1 of 3 free throws. It wasn't really the best game for him. Now, my best excuse I can say for him is knocking the rust off. Hopefully, he'll be good to go before the regular season, but we still have a few weeks until the regular season kind of starts. Moving on to Max Strus. He did good, 4 of 8, 3 of 7 from shooting, 2 of 2 free throws, 13 points. If Max Strus can go out there and give us close to that stat line, I would say at least 15 points and like, let's see, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. If he can do that, we're money. Like if he can keep this stat line right here, and obviously he'll probably go more than 24 minutes. He'll probably be up around 35 to 40 minutes, hopefully throughout if the games are actually close. If he can keep that kind of stat line, this guy's going to be a clutch player for us. Looking at the bench players, everybody kind of did. I wouldn't say really pulled their own weight, but everybody kind of contributed a little bit. Dean Wade, he actually learned how to hit some 3-pointers. Can you do that in the regular season though? Because it seems like in the regular season, the man can't hit a 3 to save his life. Like when it matters and we need him to go hit a 3 and like we dish out and nobody's around him, we need you to hit the 3. The man can't hit a 3 even if nobody was within 35 feet of him. But it seemed like last night, the man couldn't miss. My boy Okoro, he didn't really have that good of a game. He was not on. He was not on. 2 points, 1 of 5 for the field goal. He did have the second or third most minutes out of everybody, but I think he was mainly just doing a lot of defense out there. Some of the players that are not really playing right now, Ricky Rubio, he has I believe a personal issue going on right now. He's kind of stepped away from basketball. I don't think he's going to play this season. He might come back. We don't know yet. Jared Allen, I think is still dealing with, I believe, an injury. But I think he'll be good to go for the regular season, so they're just kind of taking precaution, not playing him during the preseason. Karis LeVert, I think they said a finger. I think a finger is what happened here in the last preseason game, so they're obviously just taking precaution. They're going to just sit him down now. If he's not 100%, he's not going anywhere near basketball. They're just going to wait till he gets healthy. But now let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Like I said in the previous game, it comes down to what are the 2 things we need to fix this year? Physicality and 3-pointers. Let's look at the 3-point percentage. 38% this game, a little bit better from the last game. Last game, as we can see here, 27%. Now, 38%. A little bit better. I think for a number that I'd be happy with, get this 3-point percentage up to around like 40% and keep this field goal percentage up around like 45 and we're golden. Now let's look at the offensive rebounds. We moved up to 9. That's better. That is better. So overall, let's wrap it up with this. What do I think kind of needs to take place going forward? I believe I've heard news about Jared Allen. I think put on, I think they said like 10 pounds, 15 pounds of muscle throughout the offseason. And then I believe Evan Mobley also was working on putting on some muscle. He got an in-home gym. He got a nutritionist. He's putting on a lot of muscle. One of the things that the Cavaliers kind of wanted Evan Mobley to kind of do this offseason, like I just said, put on muscle, get better with just dominating the paint. Because I'm pretty sure within the next year or two, their plan is possibly to let Jared Allen walk. And they want Evan Mobley to turn into a Giannis, a Joel Embiid, a Jokic. That's what they want him to turn into, hopefully. And don't get me wrong, the guy has the potential to do it. The potential. Will he? He's got to do it though. I mean, just looking at his card, 6'11", 215 pounds. The guy, if he's going to be a dominant force in the NBA, I mean, he's only 22 years old. He needs to get up to at least 225 pounds, I would hope. If he can get up to 225 pounds, 230 pounds, still, I realize people are trying to freak out saying like, but then he's going to lose his quickness. Do you see Giannis and Joel Embiid being a very fast, nimble player? No. They're a little bit stiff, a little bit like cardboard, but they are able to just bully you all down in that paint. They bully you in the paint, and they can shoot. Mobley already can shoot, but it seems like when he gets down there in that paint, it's like he's a teddy bear. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to end it off with this. Looking at this overall roster, I think out of all these players, you have guys that are going to be guaranteed here this year. Jared Allen, Imani Bates, Cooper is a maybe. He'll probably be in the G League most of the time. Garland, Jerome, Damian Jones, maybe he'll be kind of just a bench guy. He might go to the G League. Karis LeVert, obviously. Sam Merrill, probably G League. Mitchell, obviously, is going to be here. Mobley. Isaiah might be a bench guy. Nance, will he make the team? Yang will be here. Okoro will be here. Porter, G League. Powell, either G League or not here. Rubio, he's going to be, they're probably going to try to find a way to like do like an IR, kind of put him away till he's ready to come back. Zaire Smith, he'll probably be G League. Max Strus, he'll be here. He's going to be a starter. Tristan Thompson, bench. Dean Wade, bench. So going forward, I think the Cavaliers are going to be good this season. Are they going to get as many wins as they did last year? I think if they kind of do what I think they have the potential to do, they fix the three-point shooting and they fix their physicality and they get some bigger bodies down there. Whether it's having to move on from Jared Allen and get a bigger body down there, whatever they have to do, if they can fix those two things, they will be good. I don't think they're going to be getting anywhere near like 60 wins. Last year they went 51 and 31. I think they can maybe get to like 55 wins. They're good enough to get to that point. But overall, the whole season kind of depends on Donovan Mitchell going off at least half the games this year. Darius Garland carrying his weight. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen not getting bitched in the paint. And then guys like Isaac Okoro, Max Strus, and then sometimes some of these role players like Sam Merrill, maybe coming out of G League, coming up and help to hit the three-pointers. Dean Wade, if he can hit some three-pointers, it's a huge help. If all those things go align, we might be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers come April, maybe in the second round of the playoffs if we get lucky. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. If you're a Cavs fan and you're enjoying the content that you're seeing here whenever it comes to Cleveland Cavaliers content, and you have an opinion on kind of how everything is going with the Cavaliers season, with the preseason, kind of what your opinion is for the upcoming 2023-2024 season, and you want to leave it down in the comment section down below, feel free to do so. If you wanted to enjoy today's video, as always, make sure you do drop a like. It's very much appreciated if you do so. And if you're a fan of the content that I am posting here, and you are a maybe Cavaliers fan, as the NBA season kicks off, I'll be posting Cavaliers content here more often. Not really with every single game reaction, but more or less Cavs news, Cavs updates, anything important with the Cleveland Cavaliers. As the NBA season kind of kicks off, I'll be posting it all here. So if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.